are go.
All right, you are go.
By the way, Dr. Group during the break was talking to me, and I was like, hey, don't plug Liver Shield that you developed for us. That's been sold out for 4 months. And he goes, no, it's not. The truck is on its way here from his laboratory. And I went out and talked to the guys. They checked the tracking. It'll be here tomorrow. So I'm putting it up on the shopping cart, NoWorldOrder.com, InfoWarsLife.com right now. If you want to try to get it again, get the apple cider vinegar that we don't sell, the oxy powder that we do, and do the 6-day cleanse, there's nothing in a week more dramatic. I think X2 probably is the most important of everything. Takes about 2-3 weeks to hit if you have been iodine deficient. This is the true iodine. I'm going to stop plugging there. It's just that Liver Shield is going back up in the next 10 minutes at InfoWarsLife.com as well. Okay, going back to the phone calls, or to the phone calls now. Dan, Ernie, Matt, Jim, Peter, and many others. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. Who do you want to go to first, Dr. Group?
Let's go to Dan in Indiana.
Dan in Indiana, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, guys. Dr. Group, I have a question for you real quick. A few years ago, I was actually diagnosed with skin disorder, vitiligo, and I've changed my diet, gone off wheat, avoiding dairy, and taken a lot of your products, a lot of the vitamin B, B12, the cleanse, the bowel cleanse. Just wondered, in your opinion, if it were you, what you might do to accompany that.
Dr. Group?
Well, usually what I do for skin conditions is I, first of all, clean the intestines with the oxy powder and then use a really good probiotic blend, and it can take a little while to kind of repair the bowel. Of course, eliminate anything that can be damaging. Also, like an ozonated olive oil to put on the skin sometimes work, but also a vitamin D seems to be pretty effective. But you have to be, like what I would do is take about 20,000 IUs a day, and that's the winter sun. Also, iodine is associated with the skin and every single skin cell. So
sure. How is your, let me just interrupt, how is your kind of Michael Jackson disease, as they call it, how has that gotten any better since you've been cleansing, or what happened?
Well, I've been dealing with it for probably about 5 to 7 years. It kind of came on light and then got worse, progressively worse. But it hasn't gotten any worse since I've been doing this.
Well, hopefully it stopped the progression. Let me just ask my own selfish question. I have a friend named Scott, great musician, famous guy actually. He has that, and the doctor told him he got it about 3 years after he got on Paxil. And they said, no, that's a side effect of Paxil, and he looks like a vampire. I mean, he actually has, you know, like a black pompadour, and he looks kind of handsome, but it's kind of like, man, does this count Dracula? His skin is totally white, and they admitted Paxil did it to him. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of that. Yeah, I have heard that different variety of pharmaceuticals can change the melanin-producing compounds within the skin cells. As a matter of fact, there is a company, and I've been looking into it, that actually is selling a powdered melanin. And also, just as a side note, the chaga mushroom is very high in melanin. So another thing I might recommend is that you take a chaga mushroom extract or powder supplement.
Here's an example. When you told me 4 years ago when we were about to get in business together, you said, take my proprietary iodine. It's not out yet, but take it. Because you've got these aging spots, sunspots on your face. You won't have as many of those. And after about a few months on it, a lot of those went away, 90%, and I get tanner easier now. Before I just burned. I mean, now I can get as dark as a Mexican. I love it. I mean, I love having dark skin. It looks good. It feels good. I enjoy it. I enjoy the sun. But wow, I mean, how did the iodine make my skin get darker?
Well, because iodine's used for every single cell in the body. And when you start providing the nutrients, see, the skin takes a beating because it's the outside. It's the same epithelial tissue as the bowel. And the good thing about it is the inside of the bowel regenerates every 24 hours, and the skin does this, why it flakes off all the time. But if you don't have the proper nutrition coming into your body, because your skin layers start deep, and the deepest layer will ultimately rise to the top. So the cleaner you are and the more nutritious you eat will provide a healthier skin cell to come. So what happened with you is you started regulating your diet, you started eating healthier, you had the iodine, which was balancing out your hormones better, your thyroid was getting balanced out, and your skin cells deep below were getting the iodine to produce everything that they needed to produce, the oils, the melanin. My
skin has gotten
everything
oilier.
like that. So as it came up to the surface, your skin was healthier, and it'll continue to be healthier.
That is one thing. My skin has gotten oilier. It's gotten healthier, but it has gotten oilier. I guess the iodine does that?
Yeah, which is great because the oil is there to protect you from the sun and protect you from...
So instead of putting lotion on, my body's giving me my own. All right, sir, I hope that answers your question. Thank you, Dan. You got a lot of info. I hope you get better. God bless you. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run.